Hi, welcome to the weekly update. You now see here before me now our first pallet jack. We have gotten so many things in via pallets to try to get the new store set up and looking good for you that we've actually had to buy a pallet jack. That is something that I never would have thought in the history of Fishy Business. And now we were trying to operate it this morning, so I thought I would bring it into the first video shot of the week. Hey, it's me with the video again for this week. There's a lot of stuff going on. I want to try to run through it fairly fast before we get into freshwater and saltwater that came in this week. One of the things is how things are changing every day. We've got a new video show or spotlight that we will start uploading every single week. It's called The Grind. It is Fishy Business in the grind, actually the after hours, what goes on here when you're not here, some of what goes on when you're here, but I got enough of a response a couple videos ago that you guys seem to want to know other things that we do when we're installing tanks, when we're just going through the normal motions of doing fishy business and what goes on behind the scenes. So that will come in a series of videos that will just be about 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there of just kind of music and shots of what goes on without a lot of narration, unless you guys want narration. So that will be premiering this week on the YouTube channel. Also, we have a little request. All you guys, or a lot of you guys, are at home working on your tanks. Obviously, as busy as it's been here, there's a lot of people doing really cool stuff with their tanks. I want you to send them to me. Send them to us. Let us feature or at least show some of your tanks on the weekly update. I'd like for people to see what other people are doing out there that are paying attention to our YouTube video. I'd like to know, things about your tank and things, about how it got put together and things like that. So if you want to do this, reach out to us via Facebook and send us some pictures. And if yours gets picked, it'll be on the Spotlight Fish Tank of the Week, which we will start doing here either next week or maybe the week after that as far as the videos. So all that said, let's get into Fishy Business. So here's the latest and greatest from Neptune Systems. This is the Apex. We also offer the Trident and all the little bells and whistles. This all just came in. We were getting some pieces in. I know you saw a few weeks ago on the weekly update, but now I've got boxes of this. And when I say boxes, I mean boxes. So if you want to basically app control and have your aquarium talk to you via your phone and measure things like salinity and calcium and magnesium and dose and do everything. If you want to make a hands-free aquarium, you can do that, and this is the way to do that. We'll talk more about this as I learn more about it. I know a lot of you guys out there are ahead of me when it comes to technology, but this is the latest and greatest in technology for the saltwater aquarium. So we've got the stuff, now we just got to learn how to use it. Just because we are in the Cora Pond season, the Laguna Pond Bites just came in this week. This is a super fantastic bug bite type food for any of your outdoor koi, goldfish, bunkins, anything like that. Okay, so a lot of new freshwater fish came in this week as well as saltwater. I'm going to try to go through this as best I can because they are literally still being put up right now. And we've got 3 different shipments this week. Okay, so in the realm of really cool crayfish, I have an electric blue and these electric tangerine crayfish. Crayfish are super cool, and of course we've got them in with these guppies, so they're actually, or Endler's live bears, I'm sorry, but they're actually away from those. But in larger tanks where there are quicker and faster fish, things like rainbows, tiger barbs, things like that, you can keep these out of their little cages. But they are really pretty. They're beautiful. They're an enhancement having an invertebrate that's in that tank, and I think they're a must-see if nothing else. We got in some of the prettiest flagfish I think we have ever had. These are the American flagfish. You look at them really close. They have a beautiful flag-like shape on them, and the blue is electric. So very, very cool. If you've never kept a flagfish, this is a good week for it. Also, finally, after 3 weeks of being zeroed, we've got clown loaches back in stock. Clown loaches are great for eating on the bottom of many different types of freshwater tanks. They add a ton of color, they add a ton of personality, and would strongly recommend checking these out before they're gone. Okay, Otocinclus. We've been trying to get these for the last 2 weeks, so Kara ordered 75 of them. Otocinclus are fantastic algae eaters for very small tanks. They are great. They are very adaptable. They're very peaceful. You can put them in tiny little tanks. You can put them in very large tanks. Some people who have betas ask about algae eaters for betas. The Otocinclus is your guy. Like I said, we have plenty of them, so get in here and get them if you've been one of the people that have been waiting for them to come in. I also got these beautiful Sturbii Corydoras. This is one of my favorite cories, if not my very favorite cory, just because of the color and how it grows, how adaptable it is in a community tank, and how much the color plays off other fish. Very, very beautiful fish there. We've gotten 2 apistogrammas that have come in this week. These are very rare species of apistogramma, and they are being bred locally. We've been waiting to get a good brood stock of both, but we have the apistogramma Hongsloi, and we have the apistogramma Vieta. These are both, look them up, they're absolutely beautiful. Google them for a dwarf cichlid, for a species-only tank, or to mix with smaller breeding fish. Very rare to, if never, I don't think I've had either of these these apistogramma dwarf cichlids in stock. Usually we'll have things like the cockatoides, the agazizis, some of the other ones, but never have I had these 2. I don't know how long I'll have them, but I have access to them now. The roseline sharks also came in incredibly beautiful this week. They're a great size. They're not very big at all, so a good introductory fish there. And koi. So check out the koi Kara got in this week. A lot of these were actually picked out, just each one more pretty than the next. I can come in closer? Okay, thank you. I'm actually babysitting right now while I'm shooting the video. So one of the cool things that came in that Kara got, there are a couple silver and black koi. When I say silver and black, I mean metallic, not a matte black. These are pretty awesome koi. I've never seen not the silver and black combination like what we got this week. Also, I got in some killer Sorasicomets, lots of different colors. We've got blues and reds and oranges and whites. Everything looks exceptional. Whether you want a koi, whether you want comets for your pond, we finally, after the last 2 or 3 weeks, have a great, super selection of pond fish. And while I did bring this up a couple of weeks ago, the Pandagaras are back in stock. We sold all of them. I've got a few more. This is one of the best algae eaters you can have for a tank. It is compatible with just about any type of tank except a true aggressive tank. They are beautiful. They're not common. They are super cool. Okay, so most of the saltwater are still in bags. They're just getting in very late, and we shoot this video at the end of the day. So I want to take you through and show you some of the fish that came in. The Potter's Angel, that's beautiful. The sailfin tang that came in, as well as the raccoon butterfly that's very beautiful. One of the things that we got in this week was a juvenile queen angel, absolutely gorgeous. This is a great fish, as well as lots of blue tangs or dories, as the little kids like to say. We got in this really cool frogfish. That came in, and probably my favorite angel of all, the Navarcus, Euphophopsis navarcus, or the majestic angel. This fish is beautiful. It is probably one of the few somewhat reef adaptable angelfish that I have ever sold. I used to keep one in my reef. There are a couple corals you can't keep with them, but for the most part, this is one of the most highly adaptive of the large-bodied angelfish, and one of the reasons I love it so much. One of my favorite dwarf angels, or the Centropyge angels, that falls in line with the Coral Beauty and the Flame Angel is the Potter's Angel, and I've got one of those, so super cool there. And I'd like to also draw your attention to the newly established 300 that we're setting up right now. The guys are working on, as you can see, this tank ought to be up and running. Well, it's running now, but it should be up, functional, within the next 24 hours, so that will sure be a cool thing to come see this weekend. So, as everything is happening and we're bringing new people into the fold, so to speak, we're going to be showing you a lot of those people on the grind. And want to urge you to definitely subscribe to Fishy Business SC on YouTube. Watch our Facebook, subscribe to that if you're not on it, because that's how you're going to know about deals, specials, what's happening, used tanks, the latest fish. Gracie's posting fish constantly on the Facebook, so you'll see a lot more than what you'll see in the weekly update and what we go over. So all that to say, I hope you have a wonderful week. Let's meet back here and we'll have a few more different types of videos to show you coming up this week. God bless and stay safe.